We doing a food hack. Oh shit. Let's make it happen. What up, YouTube? Got some of that sweetheart bread. That's the sweetheart we used. We need, alright. The phone's not gonna stay up all the time. So we can use our environment to our advantage. Anyways, we got 2 perfectly toasted buns. This is Kraft mayo with olive oil, and to that olive oil we're gonna add our seasonings. Onion powder, garlic salt, black pepper, I put a little bit extra because we're going to smear it. And of course, some cilantro. Now let's take this finely toasted bread and smear our seasonings. These seasonings are pretty fucking delicious. Now, we need to add some prosciutto to our sandwich. So we got a fresh pack of prosciutto. Start the base of our sandwich. Good looking prosciutto. It's greasy. It's delicious. So we're just gonna tear it off into chunks. The chunks don't gotta be pretty. There's our prosciutto for the sandwich. Now we're gonna hit that prosciutto with some red onions. And we got some red onions right here. The stem didn't want to come out. Nice little circle of raw red onion. This sandwich is looking pretty good. I think we can add more to it. On top of that red onion, we're gonna add some sweet red onions. So you're looking at this like pretty similar to the last sandwich that you made with prosciutto. And I'm like, yeah. Here's the thing of it. Got our onion stack, and I'm about to add some dankness to this sandwich. Now to our top bun, we're gonna add this Beaver extra hot horseradish. This stuff will fucking put a little kick in your keister, you know. I think it's a fat enough chunk of that. I'm gonna plop that on our top bun. And just kind of stir the horseradish around. That's gonna like provide a kick in the keister. Oh shit! That's enough horseradish for this sandwich. Now we're gonna add some other ingredients to this. The bacon. Okay, YouTube. My pan that I plug in wasn't working, so I scooped out the grease in that pan, put it into this pan, and cooked up this bacon. Like literally I had like 3 to 4 slices and I tore them in half. So now we're gonna add some bacon to our onion action. And I will show you a close-up of it. When it's all said and done. The bacon I cooked up's a little greasy, yes, and a little extra crispy. But I'm thinking these 2 pieces are for your boy. Let's see how they taste. Now that grease that I cooked up the bacon in, had bacon up grease, and country crock, and just The original grease I cooked for my last burger food hack. YouTube, that bacon grease, all that bacon action. So here's our sandwich. We're gonna have some mozzarella, some hard-boiled egg, and maybe some fish. It's about to get crazy up in here. So we're gonna take our mozzarella cheese slices, push it down on there like that. Then I want to take our the hard-boiled egg. I had a little trouble making it, but we made it happen. A little bit of hard-boiled egg action. The third piece is chef's choice. I'm going to take these two hard-boiled egg pieces and put it on top of this sandwich. Now, I know what you're thinking, YouTube. What does this sandwich look like? Well, that's what it looks like. All the prosciutto, the bacon, the cheese. We're gonna add some more meat to the top of this and call it a sandwich. Stick around to find out. Now, I'm gonna add 2 kinds of fish to this sandwich. And to the top of it, we're gonna add, before we add the last ingredients, we got some blue swimming crab meat, claw meat. This is a product that contains crab meat from the claw. Blue swimming crab meat, claw meat. This little product from the grocery store. Because I know what people are like, you know, Cobra, we're sick and tired of your fucking videos. I'm like, and your point? No one's forcing you to watch, bud. So I had to do a little pre-cook and let a lot of ingredients de-thaw. And the shrimp that I have are pre-cooked and pretty much frozen. So all I gotta do is add the flavor to it and we're good to go. But I got some crab meat. We're gonna have to peel that open. Oh shit, look at that. I'm gonna take that metal tin and throw it away. Look at all that delicious crab meat. Now I'm trying to make a delicious prosciutto sandwich. I'm gonna put some crab meat on. Just a little dollop there. The perfect amount. Let's try a little bit of this crab meat before we stick it back in the fridge. Yeah, that is boneless crab meat. you'd find in the claw. That is exquisite. Alright, so now we got a couple more things left. Like, we got a bowl here. We're gonna add some cocktail shrimp to this prosciutto sandwich. Before we do that, we got some bacon up grease and some Country Crock Original. Something to really cook those. Okay, here's the thing of it. The shrimp that I want to add to the sandwich are already pre-cooked. So this is some kind of sadistic. It's just going to add more flavor to it. So we add the Country Crock and the bacon up. Bacon up is basically bacon grease. So I'm going to add like a couple slizzles of that. And I think that's going to be enough for what we need it for. We're going to take these and put these back in the fridge. Now we're going to add our magical seasoning to the shrimp, because we do need a couple of cocktail shrimp to complete our sandwich. Because I'm seeing the protein, I'm seeing the cheese, I'm seeing the egg, the bacon, the crab meat. This thing is looking like a seductive stoner's treats. What do you think? Is that a prosciutto sandwich you'd rock? Because the last one had too much sauce on it, so I'm trying to get more creative. Before I add the shrimp to our Country Crock and bacon grease, grease them up, bacon up, let's season it with a little bit of onion powder. And we're gonna hit that with some garlic salts. I made the hard-boiled egg and the bacon off camera because that's how it goes. That's enough black pepper. Get that with some cilantro. Only thing that would make this seasoning combo any better would be a little bit of what's the SMG or whatever it's called, GMS, whatever the fuck. Anyways, that's enough fucking. Now I'm going to take and mix all that seasoning and that. So you want to take all that Country Crock and that little bit of that bacon up grease. I'm going to mix it around. Oh, look at that. ready to go. A taste of that. That's fucking fantastic. I got a pound of jumbo cocktail shrimp, pre-cooked. All I gotta do is de-thaw them and serve them. But I'm like, you know what? If I'm making a fucking food hack for YouTube, I think we gotta dress it up a bit. So I'm gonna take a couple of shrimps from this 1 pound of fully cooked goodness, jumbo status. These shrimps are fresh from the butchers. Oh shit. Big old fucking goddamn shrimps too, I'll tell you what, goddamn. So we're gonna throw a couple into our buttered bowl of goodness and seasoning. So we just need a couple to complete our sandwich. And we're gonna put them on top. Then what's gonna happen is we're gonna microwave. Let's do 6. Yeah, that'll do. Now, Cobra fam, we're gonna make a prosciutto sandwich that has all kinds of protein, seafood. Put it back in the brown paper. Okay, yeah, that's fucking big ass jumbo shrimp. We're gonna have to put these back in the fridge for later because they're pre-cooked. All you gotta do is de-thaw them and eat them. So it made my process for making this seductive little food hack that much easier. The biggest problem I noticed with the last time I made a wacky ass goddamn fucking sandwich hack is that it all fell apart because, well, I put too much sauce on it. And I learned as a cook. At this point, you're just looking at this like, okay, so what's gonna happen? I want to microwave that. All the butter is gonna melt onto our shrimp. I'm gonna put a couple of those onto here to go with our crab meat, and then eat whatever doesn't fit, and then any like melted butter that goes on top. We're just gonna work with it, man. Because people are like, okay, Cobra. And I'm like, let's go. Now, a lot of the food that I've put out has been de-thawed. And like, we're not gonna overthink anything right now. 1 minute for 6 of those little jumbo scramps. And that butter and the seasoning that I put in the bowl, I'm hoping that'll melt. So all I gotta do is like pop the tail and put a couple on top of the sandwich. Like, I'm not gonna lie, yo, this prosciutto sandwich is looking beast. Let me try a slice of that crab meat. Okay, yeah, we gotta set that to the side because that is a distraction from our grandiose plan. They're already pre-cooked, so let's see how they look when they're about to be out of the microwave, all that butter melted. I see it sizzling. Oh shit. This is a cooking video. Oh my god. YouTube. Okay, so that butter and the seasoning, it melted into liquid gold. I'm gonna shake those up, those jumbo shrimp up for our sandwich. Because we got just about one more thing to do. What could you possibly add to this prosciutto sandwich? Okay, so I stumbled over that. Fantastic. We're all good. I'm gonna take a beer, ice cold beer, genuine draft from Miller, and I'm gonna pour a splash on top of that melted buttery goodness. That's just enough. Let that sit for a second. Let those jumbo shrimp soak in all that goodness. God damn it, YouTube. I'm about to make the sickest prosciutto sandwich. Maybe other people might say that this is a bit excessive and that Cobra is trying too hard. But at this particular moment, I feel like I've done something great. So I'll let those shrimp soak for a minute in that beer and that butter and that seasoning. Ooh. This fucking cooking video went exactly as I planned, to perfection. So I might give you a part 2 of trying the sandwich, because you're looking at this going, oh, how the fuck is it? And I'm like, well, here's the thing if it's slick. Cobra knows how to fucking cook some mean food. And would I recommend this sandwich on a diet day? Fuck no. I'm soaking the final product is getting soaked in butter, beer, and seasoning. Like, this is ridiculous. This is unhealthy. It's got bacon on it. It's got a layer of bacon, a layer of mozzarella, and a little bit of fried egg. A little hard-boiled egg action. This sandwich is ridiculous, YouTube. And assembling this sandwich went together so beautifully, too. It was like, I had a vision for it. And I'm like, people are gonna fucking not like the way it looks. Well, that's their problem. People are gonna be like, oh, Cobra, this fucking sandwich looks disgusting. What's wrong with you? And like, I'm gonna save a little drizzle of this buttery beer goodness for the sandwich itself. But outside of that, I'm gonna drink a little bit of it. And you're entering the final stages of this gloriousness. Like these shrimp, they're looking good. Oh, shit. Okay, YouTube, we'll scoot you over this way for a second. These goddamn shrimps are ready to be plated onto the sandwich. I want to give it a shake. We'll try one. pop the tail out. Those shrimp were good, but you know what it needs? It needs a little bit of lemon juice, which unfortunately I do not have on hand that I know of, but a splash of lemon juice. I'm gonna let that excess drip off into, squeeze the tail, squeeze the tail. Most of you might look at me like I've lost my collective goddamn shit. Then some of you might look at me like, okay, you know what, Cobra, this food hack you on actually looks decent. This is why people like watching my food hacks. I'm taking these jumbo ass shrimp. They're already pre-cooked. So all I gotta do, if I want to add butter flavor to it, is do what I just did. And put like another little piece right there. I don't think I got room for this other piece right here. Like, I'm trying to figure the puzzle, because like when you're stacking your sandwiches, it's just like that one wood block game, you know. Squeeze the tail. Oh my God. I literally got those jumbo cocktail shrimp. That's jumbo cocktail shrimp from the fish market. I got some of the grease from the sandwich. I'm gonna pour just a little bit on the egg part. And just a little bit, excuse me, a little bit on the top bun. Just a little bit for flavor, and that leaves the rest of it for a shot. Because people are like, I want to see Cobra make a prosciutto sandwich that doesn't fall apart. Well, I'll do the best I can. Yeah, this is a fucking crazy Cobra sandwich for sure. It looks and smells aggressively ridiculous. Easy does it there, cowboy. Cowgirl. I have a vision. I complete it. I wanted to see, this is what I visualized for a prosciutto sandwich. And a lot of people are going to be looking at it going, well, this is certainly unique. And a lot of people are going to be looking at it like it's gross. And I'm like, who gives a shit? So I'm going to try to crown this sandwich. I don't have any chef's toothpicks to make it happen. But I got everything I want on this sandwich. And this is being made for me personally. So I'm not, you know, certain precautions I'm not taking. But outside of that, like, you see what's being presented in front of you. A seafood prosciutto sandwich. And I'm like, is it worthy of the cobra's tongue? And it's like, who honestly fucking cares? I love making my own crazy sandwiches. And like, okay, you know, I'm not trying to make fun of anyone's culture. But people like are so used to like Cobra doing this thing. Oh, that's hot. A little bit of that horseradish spilling off the side. Put a little bit in the middle. Oh shit. Ugh. The fucking shrimp are coming off. And it's like, well, that didn't quite crown the way I wanted it to. I try to put the shrimp on the sandwich and the shrimp just fall off. I try to make some like fancy, excuse me, that's gross, fucking luxurious meal. And this is the joke I'm left with. See, the whole thing goes smoothly and it's like, this is exactly what you wanted to put on your prosciutto sandwich. My hands are clean. I haven't blown my... Like, who cares? Another shitty fucking video. I mean, like, that's the kind of crap you would expect from Cobra. I'm gonna make this grandeur claim that I'm gonna make some really delicious fucking food or some kind of crazy sandwich that's gonna take the world by storm. And I have the right ingredients. And then I go to make the sandwich and it's like, well... This sandwich is going to be messy for sure. Didn't exactly stay together like I wanted it to when I made it. But if it stays together piece by piece, you know what? Who cares how messy it is? It's food. Enjoy it. Eat it. I get excited about making these one-of-a-kind dishes and doing something new for the world. And like creating something delicious and spicy, and it's like people are looking at you like you're stupid. It's like they want to criticize you for creating and then criticize you because you're not creating. The concept is there, the taste is there, I had everything planned out. I executed it as perfectly as I could. And then when I try to put it together as a sandwich, it's like, no, it's going to fall apart. Nothing you can do about it. Another sloppy creation by King Cobra JFS. I'll just eat it here in a bit when it cools off. As I always do. The concept and all the ingredients I wanted were there. And in practice, the sandwich I just made, if you like all the ingredients, sounds good. It's like, where's their pizzazz? You know, you see all these fucking YouTubers who are trying the world's most expensive sandwich. And you're like, it doesn't have to be expensive to taste good. And that's what I like about my prosciutto sandwiches. I throw on a whole pack of prosciutto on top of toasted bread that has the olive oil and mayo combination going. And then I hit that with some onion and some mozzarella. And my magic combination of seasonings, like I did in this video. And it's easy, it's simple, it's cheap, it tastes good. But like, people are gonna get bored of that and go, okay, well, where's the pizzazz? So it's like, they see me like take what I already made and like turn it into something watchable, where it's like, let's watch them trying to stack a couple 10,000 plus ingredients on it. Make a sandwich out of it. This will be hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious. I am going to eat this because it would be a sad waste not to eat it. But I want to at least let it cool off and get this video uploaded so I can preserve the recipe on YouTube. Meanwhile, it's like all the ingredients have been put up. I love to cook and create my own crazy sandwiches and recipes. And then when it doesn't stay together, I'm just like, well, I'm the one that's gonna eat it. So even if it tastes good, I gotta figure out how can I make it without it falling apart. Even when I use less sauces, because I figured last time in my cooking video that was the problem, is that prosciutto sandwich I made with the escaresco and everything. It tasted delicious. It was spicy, savory. It hit all the notes. But I'm just like, okay, how can we make it taste better and not fall apart? Everyone goes through this as a cook. I don't claim to be a professional chef. Like, you're looking at this sandwich that I'm just trying to make. And it's like, well, that's another Cobra cooking video. Me staring at my mistake going, it didn't stay together when I tried to make it. But someone's gotta eat it. But I'd like to preserve this moment before I tuck into it. Because on paper, when you see all the things I put into it, if you like those ingredients, of course it's gonna be delicious. I try to get creative with my prosciutto sandwiches. I'm like, alright, I discovered a base recipe. My magical combination of seasoning. To me, it tastes good. It doesn't mean everyone's gonna think, oh my god, Cobra, you make, okay, you know, not everyone's gonna be a fan of my cooking. And that's fine. That's fucking bloody fine. But when I go to perfect my own craft and everyone's gonna crap on me like, that looks like shit. And I'm like, y'all think you're Chef Gordon Ramsay. Fuck off. I know I'm not a professional cook. I'm a simple bachelor. I'm an autistic man. To me, cooking is an art. It's art you consume with your mouth and your fucking eyes. And your nose. Good cooking fucking, it captivates you like a good song, like good music, yes. And I'm not trying to be weird about it, but it's like, I had this plan. It didn't quite stay together, but I got the sandwich together in the end. It's got prosciutto, it's got bacon, it's got mozz, and like a seafood combination. And people are looking at this like, this guy thinks he can make a fucking sandwich. What a fucking joke. My trolls are like, you better not pour beer on your fucking food. And I'm like, when it happened last time I was making a prosciutto sandwich, it was a bloody accident. the beer was super full, and I was getting into my video and super excited about my product. And the beer overfoamed. So I let it overfoam onto my sandwich because fuck it. And I'm looking at this sandwich like, is it the prettiest thing I've created? No, it's not. Is it the grossest thing I've created? Probably not. I'm sure I'll create grosser food hacks. Is it the tastiest? Hard to say. I make a sandwich. I know what I want. I plan out my ingredients, execute the plan, and do it to the best of my abilities, and it still fell apart. I'm not gonna hate on it. It's a fucking sandwich. I'm gonna eat it after I post this video. YouTube, I'd like to admire it for a second and have a smell, even if it's not the prettiest thing you'd see. Okay, I like the smells that are going into it. Sometimes smell speaks a lot higher than visuality. It just depends on your personal fucking taste. People are looking at this monstrosity of a prosciutto sandwich with shrimp and crab meat and going, ew, you know. What's wrong with Cobra? And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me. I just like to make sandwiches, and I get a little creative. I'm on a prosciutto kick recently, you know. Fucking, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't gotta over-explain this sad situation of a sandwich. It'll probably fall apart as soon as I try to eat it. But as long as it tastes good and it doesn't go to waste, I don't give a shit. Like, okay, you know what? I know how to cook tasty food, so sometimes it doesn't stay together and presents like the way I'd like it to. That's any chef's worst nightmare. I wouldn't consider myself a fucking chef, goddammit. I play guitar and sing. Like, I like my food. I get stoned, I get drunk, I get the munchies. This is like basic, okay, I don't know how to cook, but I know what I like kind of cooking. And people vibe with that. This massive prosciutto sandwich. I don't want to just sit there and hang for a minute. It could be worse. I've cooked nastier sounding things. Remember that sandwich I made with the spider and I ate the entire thing? That was sure jolly good fun, wasn't it? And it's like, well, you know, if Cobra's gonna make a prosciutto sandwich, because the last attempt I did, it tasted delicious, but it fell apart. And the second I eat this, I know it's gonna fall apart. Like, I'm not the perfect chef. I make some interesting concoctions. Some of you might call it gross. Or be like, I'm on the weird part of YouTube again. Somebody help me. And some of you may watch the sandwich video and go, I'd eat it. I'd eat the fuck out of it. Oh yeah, that looks good. Look at all that prosciutto and that bacon, that mozzarella cheese, and that seafood abundance of crab and shrimp. Did Cobra do a prosciutto surf and turf? I think I kind of did. Normally when I do a prosciutto sandwich, I do everything minus the shrimp and the crab meats. It's just the onions. The sweetened onions are also an added bonus. Just basic raw onion, red onion with the prosciutto and the mayo and the olive oil and the seasoning. It's simplicity and it tastes, in my opinion, delicious. You may call me autistic. Well, that's your problem. I don't care what you think about me. is I'm sitting here trying to stack the shrimp onto my sandwich and the whole thing's just falling apart. And I'm like, some of the shrimp aren't going to stay on there. That's fine. Stack the shrimp sandwich. Make it look pretty as you can. And show it for the YouTube audience. If it makes your mouth water, which I highly doubt it does. If it makes you hungry or crave more content, stick around and subscribe for more. I know a lot of people are going to talk shit on this sandwich and say it looks like crap, it looks disgusting, but it's like, dude, no one's forcing you to watch my videos. I think this sandwich looks delicious. And I think it smells good. But I don't want to have a bite until this video is uploaded and my fans get the peek before I get the sneak of the treat. Because I consider food to be a treat, you know. Not everyone fucking has access to it, and it's kind of sad. So if you want to like crap on Cobra because the cooking I make is disgusting and like ridiculously spicy, not everyone has the access to not everybody has access to clean drinking water and good food. And that's your definition of what good food is defined by. This thing is ready for the harvest. Mixing the horseradish sauce. Extremely hot with the seasoning and the buttery goodness. This is going to be a most excellent sandwich, my fellow YouTubers. It's going to be delicious. You may call it a sloppy mess. I call it a mountain of completed thought. Because earlier, I set out the goal to make this sandwich. I planned every ingredient. And I made it happen. Even if it didn't go the way I wanted it to, I still made it happen. And at the end, I can say I achieved what I set out to do. That's more than any of you can say for yourselves. Watching this YouTube video, judging Cobra for his alcoholism or the way he cooks his food. You're all disgusting hypocrites. And I feel sorry for you. We're making a seafood sandwich. It's going to be delicious, YouTube. The seafood sandwich is going to be delicious. Prosciutto, cheese, shrimp, crab meat, all the things that make for an exquisite and luxurious sandwich, in your opinion. Well then. If you don't like my cooking, then don't watch. King Cobra makes the best sandwiches, food hacks, drink combos, and jokes. It's all good. King Cobra is always good for a laugh. Ha, 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 ha. Would you like to find out more about Cobra's channel? Because you know that King Cobra is the shit. And I make the sickest sandwiches. And my trolls are fucking dumbasses. This shit legitimately looks good. Like, I'm admiring my handiwork. And I see it's got a bit of a lean to it. But not all sandwiches are perfect. and know when I add the ingredients to it. The prosciutto, the bacon, the onions, the mozzarella cheese, the seafood combo. Not everyone's going to be a fan of it, but that's quite alright. There's always the next food hack and the next video, my friends. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of this video. I'm going to drink some beer and show you some close-ups of my horrible attempt at another sandwich. And you can watch it with judgment or watch it with hunger in your eyes. But you're still watching, and I appreciate you watching. Trying to pick up this thing with one hand is going to be a nightmare. So might as well just leave it the way it is and upload this video to YouTube, because I'm sure y'all are hungry for another Cobra video. Cobra said he was going to do another prosciutto food hack. All the doubters and oppressors, it's like Cobra did just that. Maybe it's not your cup of tea, you want to call it. It's too similar to the last one. Well, that's your problem. No one's forcing you to watch. You're welcome to leave and not watch if you like. It's YouTube. We're all part of the same algorithm to an extent. Fuck sickos and fuck the trolls. This video is longer than my last food hack. Oh shit. Does this look like a sloppy, delicious mess or what? What are you thinking, Cobra fam? That's my newest sandwich. If you'd eat it, hit the like and subscribe for more.